Welcome again. Now we have understood that minerals are extremely important and the deficiency of minerals can make a significant havoc into our lives, especially damaging our DNA. Once the DNA is damaged, you have a number of issues that keep coming. Now, if minerals are so important, we have also understood that sprays make a significant difference. The pesticides during the farming process make a lot of difference. Our cooking practices also make a lot of difference. But most importantly, there are a few other ways in which mineral deficiencies may occur. Now, these deficiencies may also occur because of excessive chemical exposure. So the laundry detergents that you use, the shampoos that you use, or certain cosmetics that you use, or the perfumes and fragrances that we may use. Now, if these are not natural, then they may have something which is called phthalates, which is a huge disruptor not only for endocrine functions, hormonal disturbances, but has an impact on your overall well-being. It makes a difference onto your cell structures, onto your DNA. The other thing is a lot of reliance on drugs. So somebody who has a huge reliance on taking medicines year after the other, or sometimes we are on medications for months altogether. It can even be antibiotics. Now, these definitely disrupt the gut microbiome, but at the same time they do have a significant impact on the DNA, or which means the quality of your cells. In addition to that, a lot of food nowadays is GMO, which is genetically modified. No wonder you see tomatoes being actually grown into areas which have snow, which is usually not the condition in which a tomato will grow. But now today, because of these hybrid structures that are created, you mix two types into one to create a tomato, but that actually is not really nice, because the cell structure in itself of the plant is modified, which is not going to give you any benefit as far as developing your own cell structure. Thereafter, we are bioelectric people, right? So when we are bioelectric people, we have a magnetic electric force into our own body. But when we have an excessive indulgence into EMF radiations, which can come from excessive screens, it can come from lot of digital media, if it can come from a lot of reliance on your the too much of mobile usage, the blue light, especially after sunset in the nights, or using certain gadgets like a Bluetooth constantly on your ear, can make a significant impact in terms of your health. Now, we also have certain stimulants that are extremely damaging to your cells and your DNA. Now, these stimulants can be sugar, white refined sugar, which is absolutely uncalled for. You can live a beautiful life if you decide to quit your sugar. The second stimulant can be alcohol. It has been proven that people, whether it is a man or a woman, who have even just 2 drinks in a week, can make a significant difference into the fetal health if they choose to get pregnant. It also has a huge impact on the liver conditions, and hence even a small amount can make significant difference, and this has been particularly stressed in terms of fertility. It can also be tobacco, nasty one. It can also be anger. Did you know that your negative emotions, your fear, your jealousy, and your anger-like emotions can make a significant impact in terms of your DNA? And that is, very, very scientifically proven. There was a book which is called The Lessons from Water. It is by a Japanese scientist, and he basically did a lot of research in terms of what is the impact on water when it is exposed to a lot of loud noises, screams, yelling, or even loud rock music, as opposed to the impact on water when it is exposed to classical music, or it is exposed to soothing, relaxing kind of a music. The molecular structure and the ripples and the waves and the movement of water is significantly changed. That does tell us that water can get impacted absolutely based on the kind of environment that you give in. Now, we are also water beings. Yes, so we are on an average 70% of water, but below our neck we are 75% water, and above our neck we are almost 80 to 85% of water. And in this condition, if we are exposed to negative emotions, jealousy, or anger, especially anger, can be very, very stressful and damaging to our DNA. Further, fungus is extremely important point to note, because even microorganisms or germs recognize this, that when they are in exposure to fungus for a very long period of time, it has the capability to seam through their DNA and can impact their DNA and change the structure, and hence that is something that even ants are very, very careful of and do not get exposed to fungus for a long period of time. So do we need to. So if we are consuming food that has got mold, or if we are consuming food that has got fungus into it, if we are consuming food that is fungal in nature, so say for example too much of reliance on mushrooms may also not be good. It's not bad to have it once in a while as long as it is fresh, but if you are regularly consuming it for a prolonged period of times, then you need to keep a watch, because that may not always be working in your favor. I hope this is helpful. From the gene theory, we will be moving next through the germ theory. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Namaste.